Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome all to historic Grant Hall. For over 100 years, we've held convocations here. Our students have written exams here. We've held tea dances, and everything else has taken place in this hall where you are this afternoon, and we're very, very pleased to welcome you all here to Queens, especially those of you who've come from afar to be with the students here today. But most of all, we welcome those of you who are about to graduate. This is your day. I'm David Dodge. I'm the Chancellor of Queens, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. And my first very pleasant task is to ask the Principal to address the convocation. Principal Wolf.
Welcome to Queen's University at Kingston. We acknowledge our presence on the traditional lands of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe peoples. We should always remember this and honor those upon whose traditional lands we sit. Greetings and congratulations from the Queen's community to parents, siblings, children, friends, our distinguished guests, including guest speaker Dr. Donato Santeramo, our faculty, our faculty and staff, but most of all, to the graduating class of 2012. Let me extend. Boy, you're a feisty lot this afternoon.
Thank you, Nick, and thanks to all of you who are here today to support, who have supported our graduating students. I'd now like to call on Dr. Donato Santeramo. He's been selected by the Faculty of Arts and Science. I don't know why, given those cheers. He's been selected by the Faculty of Arts and Science to give the convocation address. Dr. Santeramo, over to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Principal Wolf, Challenger, Chancellor Dodge, Dean McLean, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, graduates. When I was asked if I would accept being the honorary speaker at Convocation today, I promptly responded affirmatively, honored by the invitation. I, however, was suddenly overcome by a series of questions and doubts that, to tell you the truth, I had not experienced since I asked a girl some 35 years ago for a date to the prom. What could I say that had already not been eloquently said over the years, and especially here at Queen's, where I had personally, as often being part of the procession, heard speeches that inspired not only the students, but also their parents and the professors present. After tormenting myself, selecting about 53 quotes, and writing 27 pages, I received, lucky for you, an email from the faculty office explaining that the honorary speech should be no longer than 7 minutes, preferably 5. Relieved, I cut 52 quotes and 24 pages and started thinking, what could I say that may make some sense on this very special day? Well, the first thing that came to mind is that it is really not about the speech, but about the people here today, both physically and in spirit, who, to a certain degree, played an essential role in supporting the graduates, parents, grandparents, professors, and the institution itself, and about the graduates. It's especially about you having accomplished a primary, actually one of the most important goals of your lives, something that informs and forms your present, and that will form and inform your future. You have come a long way from your first day of class, your first year, when you would smile at the professor, nodding your approval, almost in awe, to your last class, where distractedly you raised your hands to say, "Professor, I totally disagree." And this is why. That is the moment in which we instructors know we've done our job, and at the same time are certain that you students have done yours. Because the university is, yes, a place in which to learn, but also, and perhaps more importantly, to question the status quo. Don't be fooled. The real world is not only out there, as many mistakenly assert. It is also right here, just a bit ahead of its time. In fact, you have been trained to confront problems and issues that will arise in the future. You have been given a roadmap. Oh, for the younger ones, it's like a GPS on paper. that will assist you in assessing short-term and long-term challenges. A roadmap that will help you forecast developments, both human and technological, and help you choose a plan for resolutions. You have followed your desires, many of you discovering your vocation after a year or more here at Queen's. A vocation that is founded in your love for what you do, for what you are planning to do. A choice grounded in your vision of the future and fed by your passion. But a passion without compassion is of no great worth, as passion's individualistic essence must be tempered by compassion in a just society. A just society that must guarantee the possibility of one realizing his aspirations, with, however, the responsibility of feeling for the less fortunate, and more importantly, creating the conditions for the betterment of all. And seeing you over the years, volunteering and raising money and working hard to increase the awareness of the injustices and the poverty in the world, I have no doubt that you will continue to have compassion accompany you in your journey to self-realization, and that you will continue to foster the progress towards a more equitable world. So here you are. You've accomplished a major feat by making important decisions, such as on a Thursday night asking yourself, should I go to a party tonight or attend my 8:30 class tomorrow morning? Well, the fact that you're here means you've made the right choice, at least most of the time. Being here entitles you to great respect and to be worthy of trust. You will continue your journey and continue to make choices, some good, some bad, but rest assured, you now possess the knowledge and the tools to make an informed decision. And parents, when your daughters and sons will come to you for advice and will be disappointed when that advice does not coincide with what they wanted to hear, given their track record of accomplishment, perhaps the best advice or the best statement you can make is what my mother said to me when I decided to leave the entrepreneurial world to go back to school to become a professor in the humanities. She said, "Donato, as long as it's legal." Thank you.
Professor Santeramo, thank you very much for those words. Legally done. And done with great drama, I might say. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fitting that a teaching award brings us to the end of our formal program this afternoon, because after all, teaching both before you came to Queens and once you've been here at the hands of your faculty has been a very, very important part of what you came for, and indeed what you will take to the world as you go out. This is the end, the formal end of our ceremonies this afternoon. I want to thank all of you who've come to support the graduates and have come from a long way away. But you know, despite the fact there's been a bit of noise in the hall here this afternoon, there really hasn't quite been the appropriate Queen's amount. So I ask you all to give one last cheer for the class of 2012! Please remain standing for our other national anthem, O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons' command. Quand se pot élever, il se porte la croix, ton histoire